And the only reason you're hearing Biden and all these Democrats call for it is because they won, right? It's always the person who wins who's suddenly like, let's have unity. But what have they been doing for the past 4 years, Greg? They've been calling all of the Trump supporters, not just Trump, that'd be bad enough, not just Trump, all of his supporters, racist, bigots, xenophobes, misogynists, sexists, transphobes, you name it. There's a big project underway right now from a guy who worked for Biden, Obama, trying to get accountability lists going, not just for people who worked in the Trump administration, but for any of their, quote, enablers.
All right, you got to look at this tweet. Start with the one on the bottom, Martina Navratilova, tennis star, right? She writes, Trump is a racist and a misogynist. Surely that is enough. Pointing out facts are not demonization. Good for Megyn Kelly. Watch this. Martina, the vitriol went well beyond Trump. Some 70 million people have been called vile, bigots, racists, and xenophobes, are now being threatened with being put on target lists as punishment for supporting him. They've been demonized by the very people now sanctimoniously demanding civility. Amen, Megyn Kelly.
You know, you're right. I mean, to me, it was ironic because what set me off was Biden tweeted out Sunday morning or late Saturday night, a nation unified, a nation strengthened, a nation healed. Okay, so no, it isn't. It's not even close. And what I tweeted out was that was written by a man who's been in his basement for the past year, because the nation's extremely divided right now, extremely divided. And you need look no further than Joe Biden's own party.
You're absolutely right, Maria. I mean, this is a perfect example of the hypocrisy of the Biden administration. Their call for unity is a joke. If you start with what we started this conversation with, Strzok and Kleinsmith, I'm sure Kleinsmith's on his way to getting a presidential pardon, and maybe he'll be the next attorney general. There's one set of rules for them, and there's a different set of rules for us.
There's a big project underway right now from a guy who worked for Biden, Obama, trying to get accountability lists going, not just for people who worked in the Trump administration, but for any of their, quote, enablers. Who does that mean? Your voters. The voters, the people who voted for Trump, now need to be on the accountability list. And what are they going to do? They're going to try to stop you from getting a job. They're going to try to blackball you. They're going to try to stop you, they said it explicitly, from getting any sort of a publishing deal. And they're going to threaten the publishing houses. Not only are they going to get in trouble, and the book a Trump supporter is writing will get boycotted, the entire library of the publisher's books will get boycotted. This is where we are. And Joe Biden's like, a nation healed. Well, no, we aren't. And my observation was, because Biden's been saying this all along, that he's the unifier. He's the one who's going to bring us together. It sounds delightful. It sounds great. I want that, and I want world peace, and I want all the puppies and kittens to be adopted. But let's get real.
Well, you have to believe that to be true until President Biden says something about all that's going on. You need to hear from the commander-in-chief to say, stop the hate, stop the nonsense, stop the blacklisting, and stop doing what you're doing to Trump allies. We'll see if he says it. Until then, how can you believe anything other than what you said? Garbage.
It's not connected to the reality on the ground in this country right now. And the only reason you're hearing Biden and all these Democrats call for it is because they won, right? It's always the person who wins who's suddenly like, let's have unity. But what have they been doing for the past 4 years, Greg? They've been calling all of the Trump supporters, not just Trump, that'd be bad enough, not just Trump, all of his supporters, racist, bigots, xenophobes, misogynists, sexists, transphobes, you name it. And now it's like, that stuff we said, we're good, right? Aren't we good? Get over here. Come on.